Welcome to the Matson's on the Move vlog. This is a vlog just covering the journey from a little CL site, caravan site, to Litchlake Farm at Silverstone. I just thought it might be useful for people who want to make the journey for the first time. It has its problems along the way, because we did follow the A signpost at one point, which were completely wrong. But I'll show you that in the video. It's the first video of a journey that we've done with the GoPro set up in the caravan. Actually set up here, looking out the front. So it's a bit of a learning curve, but it might give people an idea of how to get to Litchlake Farm. And yeah, hope you enjoy it. See ya. Here we are down at Weedon on the Grand Union Canal. It's quite an early start this morning because we're going up to Silverstone. I think the sun's just trying to come out up there. But, we're not coupled up yet, but we're all about ready to go. As you can see, it's only a short journey, estimated to be 17 minutes, I guess probably without a caravan on. From the top right there, the field where we've got the caravan, to Silverstone, which is the where the pin drop is on that little screenshot. It's pretty early morning. Reasonably large site we're on. Although obviously there's only, with it being a CL, there's only five vans. But I decided to couple up and tow the van to the top of the site before I got out and emptied the toilet and what have you. Saved myself the carry to the facilities. This is us, finally on our way, pulling out onto Hayford Lane. Fairly tight site entrance. If you pull in an 8-foot caravan, in reality it's probably 10 foot wide, but nonetheless a little challenging onto a narrow little street with a narrow little road with limited visibility. Just coming up to the Narrowboat pub on the right hand side at the end of Hayford Lane here, as we meet up to the A5 junction where we'll be turning left. stay on the A5 here until we meet the Toaster bypass on the A43, which is basically the end of this road. It does seem like we're going at a hell of a pace, but this is obviously speeded up footage. I'm only staying with the speed of normal traffic. This is the point where we meet the A43 at Toaster and turn right. It's signposted Oxford, Brackley and Banbury. Okay, this is where we come to our junction off the A43, signposted Silverstone, and I knew at this point we needed to be in the left-hand lane and I was going to go left at the top of the road. However, at the very last minute I see the yellow sign on the right there, signed Litchlake Campsite, which is where we're staying. So that convinced me, for whatever reason, to turn right and follow that sign. I knew actually at this point when I got to the roundabout here that it was completely wrong. However, once you're here, you've got to stick with it. So I turned right at the roundabout, carried on, turned right again, followed this down into Silverstone village, knowing all the time at this point I'm just looking for somewhere decent to turn around, knowing all the time we've gone the wrong way. So we go all the way down through Silverstone village here, and the end of the village sort of bypassed us a double roundabout here. So I thought this is my opportunity to turn us round. So managed to literally just get round and get us back in the direction we need to travel. So get around the road sweeper, head back up to the end of this road, take a left, and then this is more or less over the road again. This is where we went wrong. So this time we take the left, or the straight on in this case, and the site is actually just on the right at this point. But you go down to the far end, to the roundabout, and come back on yourself on the other carriageway. The pedestrian access to the site just there under that bridge. At this point, they've changed 2 lanes into 3, so each lane is quite tight. So extra caution if you've got a caravan on board there, just to make sure you're not taking out your wheel on the curb or someone else in the middle lane. So right round this roundabout, back on ourselves, up the other carriageway. You can see traffic's already starting to build quite early in the morning here. After you get under the bridge, there's a little sign on the left hand side to direct you into the entrance of Litchlake Farm, Silverstone, just about here. This is the first guy, just directs us straight on down to the security checkpoint. Security checkpoint's halfway down this little lane. Just being extra careful going through the gate. Make sure I don't drive over his toes. But the security point at halfway down, we were warned that every now and again they have to completely check the entire outfit, which might have taken some time, but clearly they didn't want to check us. Just over the speed humps. This is where they check us in and give us our wristbands, etc. Fairly quickly deal with us and direct us down to the bottom of the road and tell us to turn left. So there is a guy further down the road. We follow her direction. So as we approach the bottom of the road, I keep as far right as we can. And this guy, again, directs us into the field on the left and tells me to go into the field and keep right. We get into the field, we keep right, thinking that doesn't seem correct. At that point the guy comes over and says, "No, when I meant right, I meant over there, kind of left, I guess." So we quickly back up towards the gate again. And then pull forward on the left. The next guy to guide us to our pitch is the guy arriving over the horizon on a quad. He comes alongside and again checks we want a pitch with electric and instructs me to follow him. You'll note on the service road they've positioned all the bins just on the edge of the road, so you just need to watch you don't clip one of them as you're going into the site. So we stop just about here, just away from the pitch, and he explains the boundaries of my pitch. It's a 9 metre by 9 metre space, and they've cut the grass at a slightly different height to create lines on the field to work within. So I pull forward, I'd probably rather be a little bit further to the right. He then directs me forward, so I'm aligned with all the other vans. It's very tight, the space offered for every pitch. So that more or less concludes the journey into Litchlake Farm camping site. I basically uncouple, set the awning up, and then move the car next to the awning, all within the 9 metre by 9 metre space. Hopefully that's proved useful if you're planning to go to Litchlake Farm yourselves, and we'll see you on the next one.